What up, y'all? I'm back with another video. For those that's brand new, welcome to my channel. And for those that's are returning, welcome back. So today's topic is paying to live, mindless consumers. If you take a look around you, like I am, I'll flip it around. It's a beautiful day outside today. Beautiful day outside, right? So it's a beautiful day outside. I swear when I make these videos, I always get interrupted by something. But I'm gonna continue on from what I was saying a few seconds ago. So yeah, it's a beautiful day outside. And as you can see, I'm out in it. I ride by a business. And so, everything around us, we have to be able to pay to, just to live. Like, damn near everything, right? It's almost like there's no possible way to live without paying for something. America, the corporation, has put a price tag on every damn thing. And because they put a price tag on everything, we as people consume it because we feel like that's the norm. That's how we're supposed to live. And they do it by advertising shit on TV, marketing stuff on the street, anything to get the consumer to convince them to pay for it. And it's a trip to me, man. It's a real trip to me because the world consists of nature. And nature is a beautiful place. But you don't see the nature paying for shit. But we, the people, are paying for shit. Just think about that for a second. Nature on this earth is here. Like the ground we walk on, the mountains we climb, the parks we go to, and this land, period. There's not a price. It is a price tag on it, but I'm saying that's from the earth. But we've paid for it. Something's really wrong, y'all. Something's really, really, really wrong. Like the world. Like I'm gonna show you right now. The world is so nosy. It's so noisy. Like you see people coming and going, right? People coming and going. Lots of businesses around, right? Places to live, shit like that. Things of that nature, right? All around you. That place over there, they're building that place, that car place. They ain't even finished being built yet. But those things are there, right? And they're constantly building these different things to, again, desensitize us and make us feel like we have to pay for it instead of us using our brains to do something about it. And again, as I'm talking about this, I'm part of the problem too because I don't have solutions to these problems. And I wish I did have solutions to these problems, right? And there's things, we're in a digital age to where I can find these things out. And I will find these things out. But you see the point that I'm getting at here. Like, it puts some of this stuff in our faces to the point to where, again, we're relying on it. We don't do our research to wonder what's going on. We just go with it. And with that, we don't have a peace of mind for shit. We just going and going and going and going and doing and doing and doing and doing, and not really sitting thinking about ourselves for a moment or for a while. We just go along with this fucking trend. And it's absolutely sickening, you know? Because people think that this is the norm of how you're supposed to live. You know? They're trapped in a rat race. They feel like you have to pay to live. And when you have to pay to live, you don't have no happiness. And if you do, you have a moment of happiness for whatever you decide to put in front of you, but it's not continued happiness because you're paying for shit. That's crazy to me. Like, we didn't actually be here, you know, our parents, you know, birthed us or whatever, you know, but now we're here on earth to live, right? And from the get-go, as a child, we consumed all the information that was put in front of us to go with this life by paying for shit as opposed to just living in it. And I know it's gonna be crazy for a lot of y'all. You know, obviously y'all went crazy on my video about, you know, me not wanting to work a corporate job and me not wanting to do this and saying that, hey, this is what you got to do in order to live, and you just lazy and you just giving up and you don't want to push through and you don't want to do this and that. But I say to all that, right, that I'm using my brain as opposed to folks who don't think I'm using my brain. And at one point in time, I was caught in a rat race, just stuck in it, man, just stuck in it, just thinking that I have to consume these things. And even still to a fault today, right, by no fault of my own, I'm still doing it because I'm still going to these businesses and paying for shit and, you know, figuring out a way to work and things like that. But why should I? You know, when the land is here for free, honestly. It's here for free for you to live on. But nobody else see no way out of this shit. They feel like this opt in for life. Opt in for life, and this is how you traditionally live, by paying for shit. You know what I'm saying? And so it was a YouTube on the channel, not on this channel, but it was a YouTube channel that I watched a while back. They had people in different countries building a place to live by their hands and from the land. You know, they had a few materials, probably like some pieces of wood and stuff that they got from nature, and they got, you know, leaves and shit like that, you know, to build. And they was actually you know, built a place to stay. They, you know, like they digged and digged for a long time, and, you know, they really shaped themselves to make a home that they can come to, you know, had their own lights, and just had, you know, like they created bed spaces for themselves to sleep when they need to go to bed at night. And just everything else that was needed, they found a way to improvise. They didn't rely on damn government. They didn't rely on damn job. You know, that was their form of a job. And they worked at it, and they absolutely built themselves a home. And it was absolutely fascinating. And I'm thinking to myself, because I'm consuming all this other shit, like, there ain't no fucking way that you can build a home like this. But again, how you doing, man? It's pushing our faces to believe otherwise. It's structured that way. It's put here that way to constantly fill you and consume you and put so much noise in your mind to where you just like, fuck it, the noise is too big. Let me just opt in and let me go ahead and if I just do it, I'm gonna have a sense of calm. And I'm gonna have a sense of calm for a long time. As long as I opt in to do these things, I'll be happy with my life. And I just don't believe that, man. And, you know, there's gonna be people out here saying that they actually truly happy. And there's no knock on them. Hey, if you're happy, you know, I'm not knocking you for that. But I just truly don't believe that you're happy with trading unnecessary time for a dollar bill that has no fucking value to it, that you have to live on, right? Because they put it that way. And because you have it in your hand, you can go ahead and live the life that you want. Put in that time and live the life that you want, as opposed to already living the life that you want, just having solutions for them. I have never heard anybody say, right, even from the YouTube channels that, you know, that I watch, that they can do these things now, right, if they had the solutions. But nobody wants to come together. You know, everybody's individualistic. It's an individualistic country. You know, they push that the independent shit in front of you, and you consume that shit for the life of you, and you go along with that fucking trend, and you do the things necessary to be independent. Let everything fall on your shoulders to say, oh, I did it. I succeeded. I pulled through more than most folks that did in their lifetime, because I did it all by myself. I didn't need no fucking body. Man, you know how asinine you sound when you say that shit like that? That sounds crazy to me. Because this world is not designed that way. You got multiple people on this fucking planet that live, that for whatever reason choose to stay away from you, right? As opposed to coming together with you to build all this shit. I never seen people put money to the side like that. If they are making money like that, I haven't seen it. And if I have seen it, maybe it's somewhere in my face that I don't know, that I need to look even a little bit harder on, right? To me, that's what it's all about, man. Build community. Get out this fucking cycle, man. Because I'm telling you, you're gonna consume it and you're gonna die a miserable life, or your health is gonna fucking fail, because you're up against time. Now you're up against time. You're up against the system, right? And the system always wins because they put it that way. And you're not gonna beat the system. And if you find a way to beat the system, and if you already have beaten the system, congratulations, I appreciate you, because you figured it out. But for the rest of y'all, I don't know. I just don't know. Because I'm telling you, like, the defend is real with y'all, man. The defend is absolutely real. And you're just really too blind to see it. You're just so blind to see this shit. Like, everything's put in front of you, and you feel like that's the life, man. Like, that's the life. You know? Some of these things that you have are reliable, right? Some, right? And it's not contradicting what I'm saying and put this message out in this video. I'm just saying, right? Because I see people build bicycles, I see people build motorcycles, I see people do a lot of things. Just being creative, right? If they don't put out for the market to sell, they have for themselves. So some of these things are usable. And they didn't have a price tag when they got these things. They just, you know, they took scraps from whatever yards that they got it from and started building. And so, you know, again, it's reliable, but the majority of this shit is fake, man. Although we're moving around and doing the stuff we're doing, this shit is a fucking illusion, man. It's an illusion. You know, it's like the game of Monopoly, man. Like, you live in a fake life, doing all this shit for the corporations just to live. To say, okay, we want to put Park Place in front of you. We want to put this place in front of you. We want to put that place in front of you. And you mindlessly, because it's put in front of you, and you feel like whatever they say to you is a solution, you do it. And you let these titles run you. I just say, yeah, I'm such and such, I'm this, I'm such and such, I'm that. And you satisfied with that. As opposed to you just being you and being creative in your own way and not letting someone else control you into doing what you want to do and live the way you want to live. Sad, y'all. Sad. You know, even as me being on here talking to y'all, you know, this device that I have in my hand, right? I'm consuming and I'm putting out content, right? Because it's put in front of my face, and I'm using it because I want to be able to share the world, share it with the world, this message, man. Because obviously, there's no getting to know people no more. There's none of that shit no more. So how else will I be able to reach the people? And it's so sad, man. You know, schools, colleges, all fuckery, man. All fuckery, because you go through them to feel like you don't build the life you want, but it's never to overlap them. It's never to get into a point where that you figured it out and you overthrew these people, these powers that be. You know, they never give you that much education like that because it's troubling to them. It's not going to fuel their cause of what they've been putting out here, man. You know, so they structure the shit of how they structured it, of what they constantly put out day in and day out, and you just do it day in and day out without even thinking about the shit, man. And feel like a hard working man or a hard working woman, you busting your ass every single day of your life to achieve the life that you fucking want is the dream that you should live, right? When you could already have that dream right now if we had the solutions to it. That's crazy as fuck to me, man. It's really as crazy as fuck to me that people have this mindset like that, man. Like, it's really, really, absolutely crazy to me. And so, yeah, man, you know, I don't have much to say. I mean, I have much else to say about this, man. It's just, this is what be going through my mind all the fucking time, man. It goes through my mind all the time. And it has to be, matter of fact, there is another way to live. We just haven't took the time to figure it out. We just haven't. And until we do that, till we change our mindset into knowing that all this shit that we're doing is retarded, right? And it's the game of Monopoly. Until we get out of that mindset and do something meaningful with a purpose, we will forever continuously be stuck. Even in the midst of you doing stuff that you think that's furthering yourself and you be in the position doing this, you're going to be stuck because it won't be no true meaning to this. Because obviously you don't have no community. You're just paying bills. You just go into these amusement parks and different shit like that, and you can't get in them. You got to pay to get in them. Because that's part of the fantasy. So that's it, y'all. If you got something from this video, as I always say, you know, like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with people that you think that would be able to take something from this video. And until the next one, you guys, I'm out. Salute.